Factuals.
One player ass nigga as I step through. Yes, I'm the nigga that she gon' choose. Hennessy privilege with lemonade juice. I ain't with the fuckery, bitch, I'm chunking the deuce. Right, motherfuck what niggas talking about. My new plug, make sure I never see a drought. I keep some of my essentials in my Nike pouch. She mad her pussy trash can, girl, don't be a grouch. Stinking bitch. Lately I've been running into weirdos. That's why I limit my time outside for real, bro. Right, motherfuckers too green to realize it though. If it ain't making no money, why give a fuck? Cool, kick some ice in the tub. Sauce. Give me some TLC, bitch. I'm no scrub. She playing games while her friend can be her sub. I'll order wings with the spicy chicken lemon rub. Rolex diamonds, it came from grinding. Baby boo all in. She understands the assignment. I'm tearing her ass up. She gon' need an alignment, one wave of the wrist. I bet I'm changing the climate. I'm the reason why these niggas so mad. Instead of hating, you should go and get a bag. I got it out the mud, I thought that you'd be glad. Went from Timex to Rolex class. NBA 2K God, 2K God. Player ass nigga from Valentine Boulevard, ho. I am him, not the two, but the one. I'll make a wild run. You want some? Baby, listen, move some. Smelling like Tom Ford, gray better fur is nothing. It's regular shit you supposed to be on. Lil' mama trying to make me trip, but I remain calm. My way ice cold, something smooth on them hoes. I'm feeling like a whole cheat code. You bring me back my money in full, let me keep those. Bitches, my heart froze. I'm like space ghost, coast to coast. Pretty white rum, bacon, eggs with the toast. Turkey seems like I master whipping audio dope. Dope vibrations TV, I'm the host. You know, Rolex diamonds, it came from grinding. Baby boo all in. She understands the assignment. I'm tearing her ass up. She gon' need an alignment, one wave of the wrist. I bet I'm changing the climate. I'm the reason why these niggas so mad. Instead of hating, you should go and get a bag. I got it out the mud, I thought that you'd be glad. Went from Timex to Rolex class. I swear I'll be giving y'all my life in these verses. I can't really make none of this shit up. This is my life as I know it. All factuals. I ain't got no time to sit down and lie to you. I just be jotting down my life. Netflix and chill. Baby braiding up my hair. I thought I told you that my game Frigidaire. Just trying to make sure you're aware. It's a whole lot of money to be made everywhere, and it's solely up to you if you gon' get it how you live it. Hennessy cold, that's factuals. My young thing got potential, let me package you. If you know, then you know I can mold you, baby. Put your listening ears on, don't be talking crazy. I ain't nothing like you used to. Coolin', I'm staying away from all that stupid shit too. Gotta get the bag, maneuvering in silence, life's good. Why would I wake up choosing violence? Damn shame they don't wanna see you happy on this side of gallons, getting brain freezes from some daiquiris. I need that shit like right now, baby. I need that shit like right now. Listen, I need that shit like right now, baby. I need that shit like right now. Shit. Listen, love, don't you know that we are just coolin'? And baby, I just want you to chill. We just groovin'. Listen, I need that shit like right now, baby. I need that shit like right now. Listen, I'm feeling alright now. Shit, I'm feeling alright now. good. First they seem to love you and then that shit turn to hate. I could really give a fuck cause I wanna just elevate. Getting placed in and out of Cali on the weekends, just to get your mind right and stay about the deep end. Thank you God, I know I'm favored how my life is going. The ones who fake you kept them from me and it's really showing. Bruce Lee, aura, baby, I be glowing. You can't gain me love, I be knowing. If you stand for nothing, then you fall for something. Some bad bitches that you see ain't never worth the cuffing. I remain cooler than the cut, you know what it's up. Riding around on assignment, baby, you know what it's up. I need that shit like right now, baby. I need that shit like right now. Listen, I need that shit like right now, baby. I need that shit like right now. Shit. Listen, love, don't you know that we are just coolin'? And baby, I just want you to chill. We just groovin'. Yeah, baby, that's the one. Like I said, I need that shit like right now. Like right now. Don't get none of that on my shoes either. I don't give a fuck how much sauce you see. Yeah, you the one. I gotta go get it, that money be calling, I gotta get more. It come with the power, it come with respect, and everything go. I'm making a way, so stay on my way, I'm perfecting my flow. I open my mind like all of the time, cause I gotta grow. I come through smelling like Versace. Ooh, everything gon' go, love, you can't stop me. You won't fire, but we don't see it, Ricky Bobby. Fresh produce in the bowl, would you like broccoli? Ooh, collecting my dough. I told you before, I'm perfecting my flow. Ain't worried about hoes. I told you I'm busy collecting my dough. If you peep what I really just did there, I'm telling you twice and I don't care. I gotta go get it, that money, it just ain't gonna reappear. Shit. On the grind cause I gotta have it. Nowadays it's about your actions. I pay attention to what it said, it's like I'm listening in closed captions. Ooh, shit. Yeah, they got me fucked up. I'm just coolin' in the cut with that Henny poured out. Baby. I still don't fuck around with them fuck arounds, cause them fuck arounds get you smoked, so please don't come around on that dumb shit, that lunch shit, stay woke. Drinking water, reminding my business. Your hating becoming a sickness. I'm all about them digits. And you should be about digits. Making the moves in silence, the way you should go. Start clocking my moves, I see you, I already know. Staying up out of the way. I'm grateful for seeing the day. Steffin' 100 with Steph, honey. And also my chocolate bay. I gotta go get it, that money be calling, I gotta get more. It come with the power, it come with respect, and everything go. I'm making a way, so stay on my way, I'm perfecting my flow. I open my mind like all of the time, cause I gotta grow. I come through smelling like Versace. Ooh, everything gon' go, love, you can't stop me. You won't fire, but we don't see it, Ricky Bobby. Fresh produce in the bowl, would you like broccoli? Ooh. I blow my mind each and every time with the shit I write. Just keep giving y'all sections of my life. That's all. Can't make the shit up. Ooh, I'm taking chances when I pull out of my driveway. On the way to the money, on the highway. It feels different. Trust me, I know love. I know you used to dealing with scrubs. Not me though. Still the same Magneto. My Spanish homie veggies always magnifico. Shit, this my reinvented flow. Got her soaking up the panties cause of what I roll. Ralph Lauren, winter jacket, I don't care the quote. I just know I'm sauced down either way it goes. Listen, baby, purple, rain, zip lock. She's a rider and knows how to keep her lips locked. Life comes with more challenges than TikTok. Shit, everything backwards, worth the crisscross. This a canvas and I'm painting. split splash. In my fadeaway game like Raptors Chris Bosh.
Break it down, break it down, baby. Break the vegetables down, baby. Break it down, break it down, baby. Break the vegetables down, baby. Break it down, break it down, baby. Break the vegetables down, baby. Break it down, break it down, baby. Break the vegetables down,
Listen,
baby.
I'm cool as a freezer set to 0 below. My game chilly, penguins consider me bro. Stove run, in the rain. Nike pocket nights, I pocket twice the profits. I prophesized that I spoke the life. Factual. In Las Vegas, papered up with a taper cut. She shocked I beat the pussy up. My dick really tastes the slut. I'm on the money run, baby boo, the fuck's up. Your wig stiff as hell, so how the fuck you stuck up? Bitch. Don't correct the fool, why? Or he will hate you. Correct a wise man and he'll appreciate you. That shows growth from that person you were yesterday. Work hard, play harder, what they always say. I'm Gucci, trying to turn my life into a movie. My chocolate bunny looking scrumptious in his two-piece. Niggas is characters, goofy. I'm staying sucker free, enjoying good sushi.
Break it down, break it down, baby. Break the vegetables down, baby. Break it down, break it down, baby. Break the vegetables down, baby. Break it down, break it down, baby. Break the vegetables down, baby. Break it down, break it down, baby. Break the vegetables down, baby.
Go to YouTube and type in Oh So Dope Live. Once you get to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Click a video and hit the like button. Salute. You gotta trust the process in order to rise. Girl, I see it from the front, thick thighs save lives. I know I'm on a quest and that's word to my tribe. I'm just giving you my thoughts to make you wanna subscribe, baby. I'm oh so dope, baby. I'm oh so dope, baby. Oh, so dope, baby. Still rock bait, where the knee go. Maybe one of these days I'll have a me have a son. You talking entirely too much, have a see ho. And you know my time is money, don't be cheap ho. Late nights, early mornings, can't sleep, I got work to do. They alarmed at what I write, no need to hit the snooze. That broccoli looking brolic like Terry Crews. A cool cat in a hat, salute Dr. Seuss. I'm different, I'm lifted on a mission with precision, cause I'm gifted, motherfucker. What's it to you? It's all about my psyche, just do it like Nike. Strike like lightning, keep you cool. Originality, it always wins. Never had to follow styles, cause I am the trend. Sauce. You gotta trust the process in order to rise. Welcome to Oh So Dope Live. You gotta trust the process in order to rise. Girl, I see it from the front, thick thighs save lives. I know I'm on a quest and that's word to my tribe. I'm just giving you my thoughts to make you wanna subscribe, baby. I'm oh so dope, baby. I'm oh so dope, baby. Oh, so dope, baby.
Hey. I always do that too. Like I'll be talking and not knowing that my microphone is up. You know, I put it up. I gotta bring it back down, so I run that back. Hey. Also, Dope Live. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button. Share the live stream. And while you're sharing the live stream, please bear with me as I share the live stream. So what's crazy is I said that yesterday, right, y'all? And I ain't even shared the damn live stream. So this time I'm definitely sharing the live stream as I'm telling you to share the live stream. My apologies, y'all. You know, just keeping it a bean. You know, just keeping it a bean. You know, while I'm talking to y'all right now, I'm sharing the live stream. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all talking about? Yeah. You know, we got the heavy hitters in the building. Definitely know the heavy hitters is in the building. One thing about it. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate each and every last one of y'all. Salute to the chat. Salute to the best mods on YouTube. Salute to everybody that's been supporting, watching the videos, liking the content, leaving a comment, hitting that notification bell. You know, it's all appreciative. Thank you. Detractors, salute to you too as well. Again, you play a big part in this all because, you know, y'all can't help yourself. So, you know, thank you. You know, if you, instead of, you know, wasting your time, you know, with the BS, you should really focus more on, you know, actually trying to receive what's being said, you know, then try to generate an opinion behind that, you know. But, you know, it's lit. It's motherfucking lit each and every time we get here. Also, Dope Live, man. I know we got to do a roll call, y'all. Know that roll call on the way. Straight up. That roll call is on the way. That roll call on the way. Hey. That roll call on the way. Hey. Yes, sir. Let me get right with y'all. It's been a good day, nice, easy, chill day. Got the Simply Peach. We lit though. All right, let me get right. Let me get right, y'all. Let me get right with y'all right quick. Yeah. Gotta reference the other. Okay, yeah, there we go. What's good? Also, Dope Live. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button. Share the live stream. I already shared the live stream, so you know you don't have to bear with me. Salute to the chat. Salute to the mods. You know, another day, another opportunity. We working, man. We working. Got a nice video that I want to play for y'all, just to show, you know, a good dialogue between people, you know, who have differences in opinions about things, you know, especially when it comes to sports and stuff, and how, you know, people can come together and just have real good dialogue in it, you know, and it makes for good conversation and good content. So I wanted to shed light on that. Also, I want to play a video before I get into that. So I always try to, you know, incorporate something about myself, you know, to just, you know, just show y'all another side of like interest and stuff. And one thing I want to let y'all know is that I'm a huge fan of National Geographic. Like I'm an animal lover, but I'm not the type of animal lover that when I see an animal, I'm just going to go up to it and just try to embrace it. Hell no. My love is from a distance. Like, that's dope. Oh, okay. I know fun facts about that animal. I'm not going up to it, you know, So yeah, huge fan of National Geographic. Got a little video that I wanna play. So I'm gonna play the video, and that's what I think I'm gonna do too. I'm gonna just try to incorporate. Like I said, I react to different videos, you know. So it's no limit to it, you know. It's all different types of videos, and like I said, I'm gonna be definitely, of course, reacting to videos that I have interest in as well, to, you know, also present to y'all, you know, especially if it's people that never paid attention to this kind of, you know, video or content, or, you know something about it, and can, you know, add to the conversation as well. So, you know, it's all about growth at the end of the day. But y'all already know, before we get into that, we got to do this motherfucking roll call. Straight up. So let's get into it. Okay. Salute to my brother, Authentic 614. Salute, bro. Appreciate you being in the building, man. Another day, another opportunity, man. Salute, bro. Salute, Mrs. Archery. Yeah. So all you trolls that be trying it, don't try it. My sniper is on deck. She in the building. She gonna give you that warning first. But if you try to, you know, you'll be a pest, she's gonna get you up out of here. You know, salute Mrs. Archery. You know, sniper on deck. Salute to my brother Larry Wade III. Salute, 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 bro. Appreciate you, man, each and every time. Salute That Way Podcast. We're shaking. Another day, another opportunity, man. We in the building. Salute my brother Trav B. What's good, bro? What's good with it, man? You know, yeah, asked me earlier if I was doing a live. Yeah, I just say, you know, I had to go over a few, you know, videos and stuff, and you know, this was something, you know, in particular I wanted to shed light on. So salute to you, bro. Salute to my brother Trav B, man. Salute my brother Michael Ben. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? We in the building, bro. I already know why you're here. We lit. We lit, man. We see it. Miss Archery says she on deck. Straight up. You know? Salute to the chat. Salute to the best mods on YouTube. Salute, 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 salute. Everyone, salute. Appreciate y'all. Salute. All right, so like I was saying, y'all, I wanna start incorporating, you know, my National Geographic / animal life videos. It's not just gonna be just strictly at National Geographic, but like I said before, I've always, you know, had an interest in, you know, the facts about animals, because they're interesting creatures, and each animal is unique in their own way. And that's always something that I've always was fascinated with. So, and then they'll make for funny videos too, because, you know, not only are they unique, but they have a weird lifestyle too as well, you know, on their daily. And to see that on camera is just even dope too. So yeah, we for sure. We on deck, y'all. Salute Iron. What's good, Iron? Salute. Yeah. Then we're gonna get into the video, y'all. So right now we're gonna get into. Okay, so the video that I have for y'all today is from National Geographic India, which it's a channel I'm subbed up to. I just recently subbed up to them, and this is one of my favorite animals. I can't say it's my favorite, because when I say it's my favorite, I mean it's solely that particular animal. So I'll just always say one of my favorites, because I love so many different types of animals. But this one in particular is the honey badger. Like, the honey badger is regarded to as one of the most, deadliest animals on the face of this earth. And they're not even that big, but just their heart and their tenacity, and they don't take no shit up off nobody, and their survival skills are unmatched, because their whole philosophy is if you don't at least fight back, you're dead. That's like their whole nature. Like, that's their nature of their mind. So I always fuck with honey badgers, just reading up on them, and seeing the viral videos of like them eating snakes and running around with lions and stuff. So I said, let me start with that as one of the first videos that I would react to, as far as whenever I do my National Geographic reviews and reactions and stuff, and it's just all around animal life. So yeah, the honey badger. I'm not sure if anybody familiar with the honey badger. Mrs. Archery, no, I wasn't in the military. No, I wasn't in the military at all. No. People be asking me that too, and I be wondering. I wonder why, like, too. Do I have like a military look? Because I know military, personnel, they got a look to them. Like, you can always spot somebody sometimes in the military. Judging by, their appearance. Like, do I appear, to like a military person? Like, because you're not the first person to ask me that before. Oh, then they told some. Oh, so dope. Have you ever been in the cheese line? Yes, I have, actually. I have been in the cheese line before. As a matter of fact, once I got to high school, we had this thing where it was taco. They used to have Taco Tuesday, or like Mexican Tuesday, where they had all these different types of queso cheese dips and stuff, and they was all lined up in the lunch line, and they'll give us a tray with like the tortilla chips in the tray, and we got like all the fixings over there, like the salsa and jalapenos and sour cream and all that shit like that. Actually, I'm lying. They didn't give us that much stuff. I'm thinking about well, yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. Some days they did. Some days they did. Because some days was better than others. In high school, the lunch is either up and down. So yeah, some days they did. But yeah, for the most part, they had all different types of queso dips. So, it was literally like a cheese line. But I wasn't barefooted. I was not barefooted. I was not barefooted in the cheese line, though. I did have school. Just a second, y'all. Hold on. Yeah, my bad, y'all. I had to take that call. We back on deck. I had to take that call, y'all. My bad. Definitely had to take that call. Definitely had to take that call. But yeah, like I was saying, just got like a real passion for, National Geographic. And like I said, I'm an animal lover. I'm not gonna just walk up and, just be trying to embrace them. They're still wild animals. Who we got in the building? Salute Laquita. Excuse me, salute Laquita. Voice kind of cracked right there. That was nasty work. Salute Laquita. Salute, 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 salute. Appreciate you. That was nasty work. Oh. Y'all getting it raw and uncut. Y'all get it raw and uncut. But yeah, so I got this video that we're gonna get into. So let's do it without further ado.
With a reputation. The snake-eating, jackal-chasing, bad news honey badger. Legend of the African savanna and the internet. This rare footage captures remarkable behavior that made the honey badger famous. This is an animal with a reputation. The snake-eating, jackal-chasing, bad news honey badger. Legend of the African savanna and the internet. This rare footage captures remarkable behavior that made the honey badger famous. A male honey badger hunts a puff adder, a deadly snake capable of killing a human. The badger's hungry enough to risk the threat of a deadly bite. He strikes a blow with his teeth and kills the snake. In their first 2 years of life, honey badgers learn the code of defense. Don't back down or you're dead. This family.
See, that's what I was saying. Just the uniqueness and just the honey badger, like they don't give a fuck. And you already said, like, they get hungry enough, they willing to take the risk for the food. But this gets really interesting, y'all. It's a small clip, but just, just the fun facts about honey badgers, and it's just amazing, And to see how he went at that puff adder was just even more crazy.
Runs right into a lion's trap. The littlest one falls behind, an easy target for the lioness. The badger's early training kicks in. This is their signature move, the backwards attack. It's a David and Goliath kind of strategy. The little guy surprises the giant. But this badger isn't going to slay a lion. He just buys time for a quick escape. Most animals see a...
Hey, yo, I ain't gonna lie, yo. If I see a honey badger anywhere, I'm the fuck gone. Like, you got me fucked up. Them shits look crazy, you know? That's how you know you got like them animals crazy like that because they running off wild packs of dogs. Like it says, most animals see a pack of wild dogs and run the other way. He's standing there waiting for the smoke. Like, nah, I'm Gucci on that. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Salute to Dr. Lena. Salute, salute, salute. Yeah, I'm going the other way. Like I can't mess with it. Nah, I don't want no smoke. Hell no.
Pack of wild dogs and run the other way. That's not Honey
Oh,
Badger's style.
get him.
He lunges towards these predators twice his size. Offense is the best defense. Honey badgers tend to forage and hunt solo. Short, thick legs and muscular shoulders give the honey badger the appearance of a mean, low-riding machine. Shape-shifting creatures that fit through a huge variety of holes and nooks. This male approaches a beehive. Bees sting to defend the hive, and most animals know it. So does the badger. But does he care? He wants his honeybee larvae. After all, he's a...
Now you see, again, honey badger, and he wants the honey larvae. You know, so bees is stinging the honey badger right now, y'all. Like, bees be going ham. Like, I don't be fucking with them bees either. I don't be fucking with them bees. I don't be fucking with them wasps. None of that shit. Especially them wasps. Them wasps be extra goddamn disrespectful. Like, they like to try to swoop down, sting her first. Like, got me fucked up. I'm out of there. That's why I try to get them little nests. Before they try to build their little nest, I tear it right on down. Gotta go. Nah, we ain't playing that today. Nah, not today. But this fact right here is what I found very, very interesting that I didn't even know about the honey badger, y'all, with the guy about to say. So check this out, y'all.
honey badger. He's stung over and over. How does he stand it? Skin so thick, it's like military armor. And he's got window-like flaps over his ears that close during an attack.
That's the honey badger, y'all. I thought that was interesting. And they said that the skin was almost compared to is compared to a military type style material. So it's just so crazy that bee stings can't even penetrate it, so it don't even feel none of the bee stings. Bee stings basically wasting their time and dying because after a bee stings something, it dies. So and then it says that it has flaps over its ears that close automatically when under attack. So just right there, that was when I watched that video, I was like, that's already crazy right there. So that was I said I thought that would be pretty cool to share with y'all. Nice little fun fact for today. That shit was crazy though. Like just the fact that they're able to withstand those bee stings with that type of their skin compared to that type of style leather material. You know, nature's wild, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, nature wild as hell. But we're gonna get into this video. Yeah, we're gonna get in this video. Y'all see the title? Stephen A. Smith and Gilbert Arenas discuss NBA players versus the media. I think this would be a very interesting discussion between these two. You know, being that it's coming from a NBA player's perspective and a journalist, media personnel that broadcast. So I think this conversation would be very, very, very much so dope. No, Michael Ben, I never saw that. I never heard that. I never heard of that. That's crazy. When you get a chance, send me the link so I can check that out. You know, I'd love to read about that. What was I about to do, y'all? I was about to do something. Oh, check the sound. What was I about to do, y'all? Okay, just making sure y'all can hear me, making sure that the music wasn't too loud. Like I said, I've been super critical of that to make sure that the tunes aren't as loud and that y'all still are able to, hear what I'm saying and hear the video that's being played as well. And now that I know that you can, it's all Gucci. Excuse me. So let's get into the video, y'all.
Yeah, that was cool after I retired. I was like, I love Stephen A. Smith now. You gotta remember, but that's how, think about what he said versus how I reacted.
And again, salute to Fubo Sports. You can find this video on Fubo Sports. Salute to Fubo Sports. Salute to No Chill Gil. Salute to Stephen A. Smith, for bringing this content forth on Fubo Sports YouTube channel. So again, you can find this video on Fubo Sports YouTube channel. I just wanted to do a reaction to it because I'm pretty sure, again, y'all, I haven't watched this video in its entirety. I'm watching it with y'all. So, I'm pretty sure it's going to be, gems that you can walk away from with this conversation, so. Yeah. Hey, you know what, Laquita? I was going to say Fubu at first because I was going to say shout out Fubu Sports. But I was like, I don't know it. Yeah, salute the Yo, I straight was about to say that. But yeah, I had to restrain. But shout out to Fubo Sports / aka Fubu Sports. Yeah, but this is the video with Stephen A. Smith and Gilbert Arenas discussing NBA players versus the media. Let's get into it.
That's how sensitive.
Right.
That's how sensitive I was. And all he said was, you better be up to the 111. That's it. That's all he said.
Welcome to No Chill with Gilbert Arenas. Right over there, it's the one and only Gilbert Arenas. And right over here, it's the one and only Stephen A. Smith.
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Thanks for coming through.
Thank you.
And salute Mike Pacello too. I ain't want to leave you out too, bro. I know you're part of the show as well. So salute Mike Pacello.
Man, it's good to be here.
And this might not be what we think it is. It's not like you're walking into the lion's cage.
It's okay.
It's all very
I put him in
civil.
the lion's cage. It's only right. It's only right. It's only fair. Yeah.
I mean, let's put it right out there. Are you holding anything back? Is there something?
No. Now that I'm in your world,
Right.
the most accomplished, commentator, I gotta pick the brain.
Right.
I gotta, see what the levels are, because, sometimes, somebody like me will get discouraged. you know, like, oh, that didn't go too well, they didn't like it, you know, and then, you know, you fall back, you know, but when you read your resume, this happened, they canceled this, I went here, I bounced back, I went here, you know, and it's just trying to figure out, like, how do you just keep it moving?
Yeah. You know, when you get in this business, your first mentality is that you gotta know you gotta keep it moving. I can't speak for.
Salute Billy Allen, Raider Nation. What's good, brother?
Everybody else, because my mentality is totally different. But I'm a guy that I got left back in the 4th grade, held back for a full year. I actually got left back twice because I got left back in the 3rd grade, but then they put me in my right grade after I went to summer school, and then I went to 4th grade, and then I went to 4th grade, and then had to complete the whole 4th grade because I still had a 1st grade reading level, had dyslexia, didn't even know it. Because back in those days, they weren't really diagnosing it like that. And just remembering the ridicule and all this stuff, I was growing up and everybody was like, he could ball, he could really ball. But when I got left back and I remembered the laughter and the kids laughing at me, it was the most humiliating thing that I ever went through in my life. And the one thing that I made a decision, I still remember this to this very day, because I'm 53 and it's over 42, 43 years later. And I still remember it to this very day.
And I want to point that out too. So, you know, when you have someone like Kwame Brown who speaks so disrespectful about Stephen A. Smith, listen to what Stephen A. Smith said his background was. You know, Kwame, so when you make the jokes you make about Stephen A. Smith, this same man had a difficult background as well, but, you know, overcame the obstacles and still became successful because he wanted it that bad for himself. You know, so, you know, when you ridicule and make fun of people, and, you know, because their climb was different from yours, you know, you got to look at yourself in the mirror, Kwame. Here it is, Stephen A. Smith saying he came from all that, but you got a whole nother perception of him because you're just now seeing, you know, the person that's in front of you, not even knowing what the person been through. And that's just a teachable moment for anybody. Like that, you know, that's cliche as it sounds, but you just can't judge a book by its cover. That's why when Kwame always talk about like where he came from, the cheese line and those shoes and all that shit, you know, most people, you know, had rough beginnings, but that doesn't define you. If anything, that should be fuel to the fire to make you want to be somebody, to want to, you know, accomplish goals. You know, so Kwame, like, you should really sit down and like just watch just this interview, you know, when you're doing, and then, you know, you got a man like Stephen A. Smith who's saying the things he's saying, you know, talking about his story and stuff, and here you are ridiculing this man when he actually feels sorry for you. He apologized. This man apologized and said, you know, hey, I wish I would have never done that. You know, if I knew that this man was going to receive that, you know, the way he did about, you know, his playing skills, I would have never done that. Because see, Kwame, you know, people are assuming, are under the influence that we're all adults. You know, we can agree to disagree, but for the most part, you could have, you know, held yourself accountable for the things that you did, you know. Yeah, but you know, he's doing all of it for content. Like I said earlier this morning, y'all, you know, he's not going to accept no apologies from nobody that, you know, he feels ill intent towards, you know, and that just shows the immaturity.
I was like, you can love me, you can hate me, you will never laugh at me again because I'm an idiot. You ain't doing that. You ain't getting away with that. I'd rather be hated. And so that mentality sort of shaped my tenacity, how I went about doing things. And then I grew up and I was watching all the great journalists. I used to watch Sam Donaldson. You know, that had the eyebrows looking like a vampire covering the White House.
Come over the classics.
You know what I'm saying? I watched Ted Koppel on the ABC News Nightline, Peter Jennings, and then in the sports world, the Bob Costas, the Bryant Gumbels. And I grew up idolizing Howard Cosell because of his voice and how it resonated and how distinctive it was. And I remember having this attitude. you can't always be right. You're not a fly on the wall. You're only as good as your sources, all of this other stuff. But the one thing you can do is that when you open your mouth and you say something, people know you believe what you saying. They know.
And see, bam, point blank, period. That's why, like I said before, time and time again, I'm always super critical of the things that come out of my mouth. You know, like I said, roasting is one thing, you know, it's all just jokes. But when it comes to a situation where, you know, it's a more in-depth matter, I'm very critical of, you know, what I would, you know, place my opinion on. And, you know, just anybody that's, you know, logically thinks, you know, moves as such. You know, so, you know, Stephen A. Smith is correct right here. Like, anything that's, you know, you say, that's your thought, that's your opinion, that's what you believe, because it came out your mouth. Because if you didn't believe it, you wouldn't have said it in the first place. It's just simple as that. You know?
So you're not phony. And as long as you do that, and you're in constant and tireless pursuit of getting as close to the truth as you possibly can make it in this business. And so that was the attitude that I always had. And the other thing was to just be fair. You don't have to like me, I don't have to like you, but I'm not gonna be inhuman. I'm not gonna be inhumane. I'm not gonna be the cat. I can call you on the carpet for what you do. What I'm not gonna do is castigate you and character assassinate you and say.
And see, look, he's speaking of the very things that Kwame does. And that's very true. We don't have to like each other. We can have disagreements. But I'm not going to assassinate your character because of what you do. So if it's strictly sports, we'll just keep it on sports. A sport that you play that is for the public to see as you put your talents on display. How could you ever be upset with that? How could you ever have a problem with that when you're the person that put yourself in that position in the first place? You know, it's like I said, it's all a lack of accountability, you know, for most people. But in this instance right here, you know, if you're somebody that holds themselves accountable for the things that they say and do, you're a bit more critical of the things that you say and do. So, you know, it's a respect thing, you know, at the end of the day, you know. I don't know, it's just weird, y'all. And, you know, everything that Stephen is saying is true. You know, people should conduct themselves, you know, a lot better. But sometimes some people just don't know better, honestly. That could be the nature of things. Some people just don't know better. It's quite sad when you think about it. It really is. It's sad. Makes no sense. Hold on, y'all.
This is who you are. Now there's a mountain of evidence that says this is all the same. Well, damn it, if it walks like a duck and quack like a duck, it ain't a damn mongoose, okay? But in the end, I always make sure to try to draw those lines in the sand. And that's where a lot of, I believe, my success has come from, because I knew I was gonna work hard. I knew I was motivated. I knew later on I wasn't nearly as good as you and all these guys that's playing in the NBA. I couldn't shine their shoes, so I better knew how to do something else. I better learn how to do something else. But I knew that I could write. I knew I could report. I knew what I was doing. And I knew that no one was gonna outwork me. And the combination of that, along with the people that I surrounded myself.
And see, that's what I'm saying, man. That is the very thing that I be saying. If you want some shit bad enough, you gonna go get that shit, regardless of what it is. You know, nothing is not obtainable. You can have anything you want. You can do anything you want. You know, especially if you're working towards that and going down that path. Like, nothing's not, you can obtain anything. You know, that's just what it comes down to. This man sitting right here literally saying he had the obstacles he went through in life, but knew he had a passion for journalism, because of course of course the people that come before us that we can look to as an outline, but of course, you know, you put your own spin on it as well and become your own entity. That's a prime example of that. You know, see what I've noticed about, you know, people that think like how Kwame Brown think is that, you know, their measure of success is different. That's why I think Kwame has a hard time, you know, accepting these guys for, you know what they've done, because he knows that they've accomplished a lot and he has really nothing to show for in his end. You know, so it's all, again, more jealousy and hate, when really, you know, you can use these people as resources to help you. You know, but again, his brain doesn't even, you know, go there, and I don't know why. You know, you're seeing these people making the moves they make, but you continue to want drama. You know, and they're giving you, you know, real life gems that you can apply to help you be a better person.
With being in college and playing for the Clarence Big House Gaines and a legendary John McClendon, who helped integrate the sport of basketball, and having them talk to me like father figures and teach me about life, not just basketball, and then get to the NBA, and I'm covering John Chaney first, and then Larry Brown. Well, we're talking about over 200 years of basketball experience between Clarence Big House Gaines, John McClendon, Larry Brown, John Chaney. And so when you combine that with the fact that I knew a little bit about ball because I played it, and I learned from institutions who taught everybody else how to learn the game of basketball, you couldn't tell me anything. Couldn't tell me anything. And that's why it's like, I can cover football and baseball and stuff like that, but I'm a reporter. So in that regard, I'm like, okay, this is what I see, explain to me what I'm missing. You can't talk to me about basketball. I know what the hell I see.
And that's what it is.
I know what the hell I'm looking at.
You respect guys that were like, because I was thinking for you, played D1 ball, Winston-Salem.
D2, yes.
D2, okay.
Right.
Winston-Salem, and knowing that you get to a certain level, like, I can relate. I'm not going to the NBA, so what can I do with this? Because I see the game, I see the story that's involved, I see the guys that are, you know, competing out there.
Right.
And how can I relate that? And I can relate to them in a certain way, and then there's a certain level that I can't get to.
But there's
you respect guys like that.
There's a secret to it, though. Like, for example, one of the reasons why any player, I think, would be annoyed at me covering them is because they haven't figured out one thing about me. I don't define success for y'all. I let them do it. I read and listen and watch you say what your definition of success is at the beginning of every season. And then I hold you accountable to it. So a lot of times when guys are upset, I'm looking at them like they don't even know. And there's a few times, and you know, because remember, I covered Allen Iverson for his first 10 years of his career. And Allen Iverson, I mean, there's very few people that know me better than him.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, another instance of, you know, just being mindful of what you say, you know, and because you never know who's listening. I'm listening, y'all. I'm telling you, it's always a policy of mine when I believe somebody's always watching you. Somebody always got eyes on you. You know what I'm saying? Somebody always listening. So that's why, you know, keeping in mind that you just never know is always important, because, you know, instances like that what Steven speaks of, you know. But like he said, he knew he couldn't play on a level, you know, of an NBA star, but he knew it was something that he was good at, and he knew it was journalism, and he can cover the sport because he actually knew what he was looking for, and he understood the game, which is always, you know, effective as well, because now you're looking at the game from another perspective, of course, from a journalistic perspective. dope. And you know, that's not easy. You know, journalism isn't easy. You know, being able to talk to people and, you know, just basically being a public figure like such as Stephen A. Smith, you have to definitely always be mindful what you say, because people, you know, can put a face with what's said, and you said that so like you always have to be super critical. That's just what it is. That's just the nature of things.
Him in the NBA, and he figured it out. He said, damn. And sometimes he would be doing interviews like, where's Stephen at? I don't want him to hear this shit. You know, he gonna quote me because he knows I'm listening. I'm like, on October 2nd, you said, I'm saying, and that shapes the framework for the season. Because I'm like, nah, granted, if Gilbert is averaging 28 one year, 29 another, you can't come to me and say, well, my job this year is to average 13. We're not gonna be unrealistic here. I know better than that. But what I'm saying is if it's in the ballpark of what your expectations are, what expectations you've built for yourself, then I let you define it. And that's when I hold guys accountable. And I hold them accountable to what their job description is and what they say. You ain't never heard me get on Dennis Rodman because he don't score. Because he didn't score. You ain't never heard me say that. You ain't ever heard me look at Kwame Brown and say, you know what? He garbage because he ain't averaged 30. That's not what I said. That's not what I said. You know, I'm watching guys, and that plays a role, because in the field of journalism and beyond, when you are really chronicling what people do, where you're wrong is when you don't talk to them and you don't care what they say. Now, everybody can't talk to everybody. Some guys you're gonna talk to, some guys you're not. But you're talking to somebody. What you feel is chronicled, and to not take into account anything that anybody says, how they feel or anything like that, that's when you cross the line as a reporter, and I've never done that.
And see, look, y'all, that's the same thing that I just said yesterday. So this man literally did a podcast interview of him saying that he wished he never would have did that about Kwame Brown. You know, did that collage together with the footages of Kwame Brown's bloopers and stuff. And he apologized because he never wanted to hurt Kwame Brown's feelings, and he could tell it did because he heard the videos that Kwame Brown made about him. And here he is again in this interview saying that if you show total disregard for somebody's feelings and don't care, that says a lot about you. And you won't get far.
You've been very quiet over there, Mr. Reeves. And I know
because here I'm trying to
process all this.
I'm trying to absorb
it all.
Information. That's that's what a lot of people don't do.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like I'm trying to figure out, weed through it, because I realized just how I was as a player towards reporters, and I was smart enough to realize just give them sound bites. Give them good sound bites that they can use so they don't have to make up sound bites.
Right.
So I was one of those guys who was always like, if I know someone's trying some sneaky, I knew how to get around it and make it funny. So that was my gift. But then when it was the outside and someone says something, you tend to get mad. Now on this side, I realize why we get mad.
Right.
Because just like you said, accountable. For the first time in our lives, when we get to the NBA, is the first time we've been written about bad or negative. Remember, growing up, everyone's cheering. If you're booing me because I'm kicking your team's ass.
Right.
So we never hear criticism until the big stage.
Yeah. So
once that big stage come and someone says, oh, he's not a very good passer, you get all in your feelings. Well, technically, I don't pass the ball, so he's right. You're right, but I didn't want to hear it.
Right.
I didn't want to hear it. Now I'm in my feelings.
And see, that's what I'm saying. And Gil had a point right there. That's just all comes from just somebody not taking accountability for the things that they do. You know, if somebody's clearly watching your game on the court and points out, you know, what you didn't do, and you find it difficult to hear and, you know, lead with disrespect or tell somebody they don't know the game of basketball or whatever, it's disrespectful. They watching the game. They watching how you play on the court. How are they not paying attention to what you do? No, a lack of accountability. That's exactly that instance.
Now I want to do an interview with you because you told the truth to the world. And that's what ends up happening with us. It's more that someone's saying something negative, but it is the truth, but we don't want to hear it at the time.
Do you watch guys and know that cycle's gonna happen, right? We build you up, we celebrate you, we make you a hero, and then we chip away at that. We try to break you down a little bit and then build you back up. That's what we root for.
We know the process of, you know, it's a threshold. Like, you have about 2 to 3 years. Like in Embiid, I was like, you got a few more years of doing what you do before they're like, hey, hold on. Are you just the mouth, or are you gonna put action to it? Are you just good enough to keep your team afloat, or good enough to get your numbers, or are you good enough to actually put this team here? We know that. We know it coming in, we know it, but at the end of the day, if we're not succeeding when that time comes, here it comes. And you know, and that's just it.
Let me tell you, I'm listening to Gilbert right now, right? Let me tell you what's, and I shouldn't say it's funny because it's not funny to most reporters, but it's funny to me. And it's funny to me what professional athletes miss. And let me explain. So, we're criticizing you, right? And a lot of times they look at the reporters. You ain't look at the coach and what he might have said off the record behind your back. You ain't look at the assistant coach who was sent to disseminate that message. So, you know, we know. You ain't look at the GM who worried about his job because he elected to give you that money, and now there's something going on. You ain't playing just right. But he can't just say that, right? It can't be that he made the wrong decision about investing. And not that nobody did that to you, because when you got your money, you deserved your money. I'll be real, totally real about that. But I'm just saying in general.
And see how just in that instance right there, Stephen A. Smith debunked a lie from Kwame Brown when he said that Stephen A. don't like to see men get their money. He just told Gilbert Arenas he deserved this money. Because again, Gilbert Arenas is one of the first NBA players to broker his own contract. And he played because he was worth the money. The way he played, he was worth the money. So, you know, this is really showing, you know, character right now on Stephen A. Smith, that, you know, him being a TV personality on shows is one thing, but to actually just have a conversation with him, you know, it's another. So, you know, Kwame, that's fucked up, Kwame. This man apologized and even said that he regretted even doing that. And here you go making more videos. And I know you've seen that video clip of Stephen A. Smith too, and that's what's more fucked up, that you want the drama to keep going. It's fucked up, bro.
People are not realizing we get it from somewhere. And it's like, I look at athletes sometimes, so let me get this straight. You think that you are so important that I went home and I conjured up ways to conspire to write a story about you, right? That not only is gonna piss you off, but it's gonna make my life considerably more inconvenient because I got to cover you every day. You understand? I got to come to the games. I got to look at you. I got to walk by you. I got to see you smiling at me. So I just did that because I just wanted to do it. really? You really think that? And it's like, and then you gotta remember, as reporters, we watch this, and you'll know where I'm going with this. How many times did you see an executive hug you? How many times did a coach or an assistant coach you and pat you on the back and oh great and all this other, and we the reporters and we can't reveal our sources and we sitting there like this. Really? But you mad at me. You're mad at me. And I'm like, wait a minute here. You know, you really think that that's how this goes down? And you're sitting there and you're looking at players and it's like, wow. Okay. If that's what you want to believe, that's fine, because the truly shrewd player is the one to make sure they cultivate their own relationships in the media. So you know exactly where you want to go because you trust that your message is going to get put out the way you want it. That's the key right there, because everybody say stuff. But you got to vibe with somebody that truly gets you and make sure they're going to say it right the way you want them to say it, at the time you want to say it, in the venue or the platform you want them to say it in. And you have no idea how many players. It is 2021 and they still don't get it.
They don't know how to milk it.
And by the way, before I let y'all go on, you got players that they always social media. We don't need you. Do you understand that means we don't need you? Do you understand that because of social media, if I wanted to, I could get away with not talking to one player. All I gotta do is go to your Twitter page, your social media page. You made my job easier. You're not hurting me.
And see, that just apply with life in general. You know, just putting so much stuff on these platforms, these social media platforms, period, you know, just fucked up. You know, we got to remember when we do these live broadcasts or when we post these things on the internet, you know, once it's up, it's stuck, regardless of, you know, what it is. You know, you got, again, you have to be mindful. Like Stephen A. Smith said, I don't even have to talk to half of these players. I could just go on their Twitter or whatever social media that they have and see how they living and cover it, because that's, again, a receipt that somebody was, you know, bold enough to just place on the internet, you know. And then, like I said, when you grab videos or information like that and use it against the person, they don't hold themselves accountable, and now they feel like it's an attack on them. Salute to Miss Thompson. Salute, salute, salute.
You're hurting you because you haven't cultivated relationships with enough people to make sure that you heard. It's a shame, but it's true.
We know it's not you.
Right.
We do. We know, like, it's leaked by someone.
Right.
As soon as it says sources, we be like, man, why they keep hiding behind these sources? Who the hell is sources? Then you start looking at each other like, which one of y'all? Yeah, which one of y'all? Yeah. Somebody ain't getting the ball today. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we gonna see. Like we try to figure it out, but we got to go to who's talking.
Yeah.
So we try to put pressure on you, so you can be like, oh yeah, you're.
But y'all don't. But that's the whole point. You don't like
because you just killed me once. I'm like, I'm not going back.
You know, when you were in Washington, you had some issues, and I'm sitting there like this. He did not come up to me one time and say, "Where the hell you get this from? What the hell were you saying?" Because had he said so, I'd have looked at you and like this. You know I can't tell you that. And I would have said it in such a way like, you need to look around you. See, AI was brilliant at that. AI would be pissed, and then he'd calm down. He'd look at me, what's up? I saw that shit you wrote. I said, yeah. Uh-huh.
Hey, salute the motherfucking GOAT, AI, Allen Iverson, man, VA legend. Straight up, man. Salute the motherfucking GOAT, Allen Iverson, man. AI, aka Bubba Chuck, man. Salute Bubba Chuck, man. He revolutionized the game of NBA basketball play, like, and just the NBA in general. He revolutionized the fashion. You know, a lot of rules was in place because of AI. Salute to the motherfucking GOAT, man.
Okay. And he just stared at me because I'm looking right at him. And I was looking at him in a way like, you know, it wasn't me. You know it wasn't me. You understand what I'm saying? You know, open your eyes. For me personally, and I really, really appreciate that analysis because it makes me step back and it reminds me of what I say to NBA players. And this points to something else that you asked me about earlier. I know the game, but I never pretend to know more than cats who play it. What I do is I say, okay, I'm a reporter. Respect that. Because I've been covering it and I've been chronicling it for a quarter century. I've been here. You see what I'm saying?
But you love the damn game.
But I love the damn game. But what I never do, even when I could question, challenge, or disagree, what I always tell players, so many guys that want to get into our business and come to me asking me for advice or whatever, you can ask KP and this and others. I pull them to the side. Come here. What's that? You the expert. Don't be timid. Tell me what you got. Tell me what you got. This is what you do. Draymond, D-Wade, Shaq, all of them. I look at Shaq, what are we whispering for? You 4-time champion. Stick your damn chest out. Say what you mean and mean what you say. I don't know. You don't sound convincing. Convince me, damn it. I mean, literally, they'll tell you I've done all of these things because, number one, there's no one that can look at me and say I ever wish for them to fail. That's not who I am. I ain't that dude. I always want you to succeed. If you messing up, I'm gonna call you on it, but I always want you to succeed. And when we're talking about the game itself, I've religiously looked at KD in recent memory. I'm like, he's the best in the world. He's the best in the world. Where I go back and forth between him and LeBron is for precisely the reason you just outlined. Because he doesn't appear to ask for the responsibilities that LeBron visibly embraces. KD doesn't do that. And then as a result, you can see the chip on his shoulders. And then...
And see, that has been a debate for a long time between who was the better player, Kevin Durant and LeBron. Honestly, I think they're both exceptional players. Of course, they're in the NBA, playing at the highest level. But if I had to go with a player, I'm going to have to go with LeBron. Simply because LeBron does more things on the court. He does make his team better. Not saying Kevin Durant doesn't make his team better, but LeBron's also a facilitator. The IQ. He can score. He's a scoring machine too. And definitely just an all-around student of the game. Whereas Kevin Durant is more so he plays both sides of the ball too, though. You know, he'll give you some good offense, and he'll also give you some good. He plays good defense. He got the length for it. You know, great jump shot. You can't go wrong with either one of them. But like I said, I'm gonna go with LeBron because he's just gonna make the teams so much better. You know, at the end of the day. So yeah.
Where somebody like KD will hurt himself is when somebody points out, damn, you look like you got a chip on your shoulder. You don't know what the hell you talking about. It's like, so we just blind. So you just walking around all happy, go like, wait, we missing the fact that you're frowning? We missing the fact that you're a little bit sensitive to this?
That's what it is. That's what I was, this whole time, I was like, what are we getting to? Guys are sensitive. They're sensitive. And I'm not talking, I'm not focused on just one guy.
It depends on who says it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like, that's what I said. So I tell him he's number 2, and he's gonna question me. And then when I give him my reason, he'll be like, okay, fine. I'm gonna ask 6 months from now,
right,
the same question.
Yeah.
Give me my answer. I can tell him the same thing. He wants me to explain it. Like we want the explanation. We want to know why, because you gotta remember, we're sensitive because you're telling me I'm not here yet. I want to be better than LeBron. I want that crown. So every time you says, you don't do this, it gets to me.
Well,
like, I want it.
But
I want to give it to me.
Oh shit! The motherfucking Queen B in the building. Lisa Queen B, what's good? Salute, salute, salute. There she go. Salute, salute, salute. Queen B in the building.
It gets,
that's what it is.
And I totally get it. But you know what bothers me about the modern day athlete in the NBA? It's like you upset about that conversation. Why? We're talking basketball. That's the conversation. Like, oh my God, like I got this run.
And see, that's what I'm saying. That's what I've said since my first video I've ever done. That all this is basketball, nothing personal. Just guys who put their talents on display for the public to see, and we basically critique and have an opinion about it because again, they're doing it at a professional level. So doing it at a professional level, you know, it's going to be open for critique because that's a standard. You know, that's a certain standard that NBA players are all playing by. Like they got all these professional athletes, but you'll always know the difference between the stars and the superstars. The stars are the ones that just, you know, come to practice and, you know, do what they got to do, you know, and still party or whatever it is. They're just not taking their craft just as serious as a superstar. The superstar being that player that opens with the gym in the morning and closes with that gym at night. You know, the Kevin Durant's, you know, the Kobe Bryant's, the Michael Jordans. You know, you just, it's a difference. You know, so when you work that hard like that, your game is still going to get critiqued, but it leaves it with more. Well, people are going to find always something wrong, but if it's just strictly basketball and you work hard at what you do and you believe it, you know, it's not as much a person could say, you know. And a person like Stephen A. Smith that he says he's a journalist, you know, he says, you know, it's about basketball and I'm only critiquing what I see you do on the court. Yeah, rest in paradise, Kobe Bean Bryant. You're right, Laquita. Salute, Kobe Bean Bryant. Rest in paradise.
A joke, because you know, listen, I profoundly respect LeBron, but he do his thing, I don't do my thing. We don't communicate, and I don't give a damn. Here's the deal. This dude, to me, you always see me on First Take. I put up this ticket tape. Great father, great husband, great businessman, philanthropy. I mean, he's phenomenal. Why is that necessary? Because you got people in his camp walking around. He's number 2 all time. Oh my God, shoot him. That's such a terrible, what an insult. Oh my God, I have you number 2. The game of basketball started in 1946. The NBA was in 1950. In the last 70 plus years, I have said there is only one player on the planet Earth that is better than LeBron James. And you would think I'm the Antichrist. You just watch guys and it's like, I mean, I can't tell you because the brother comes out. I mean, he knows what I mean when I say the brother because I want to use another word, but I ain't gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? It comes out of me because I'm like, it pisses me off.
Stephen A. want to say, hey, Stephen A. crazy, man. That is a crazy look. That's a crazy look on life, though, y'all. Like he said, like you got LeBron, where he just ran all LeBron accolades down to him, and how LeBron is, you know, this, you know, amazing person off court. But then when it comes to like LeBron playing professionally, and you know, he comes in at number 2, LeBron takes that even, you know, he takes that harder, you know, more so than, you know, the great things that was said, you know. And I know you know, it's all in the spirit of competition and stuff, but you know, at the end of the day, you know, it's still an opinion and everybody's entitled to it. You know, it's all about if we're going to disagree or we're going to, you know, appreciate each other's perspective. You know, that's what it can come down to.
That We're really having this conversation. You're insulted, and your agent come, and your boy come, and your PR people come. You have nothing to do with this. You have nothing to say. But all of these people come, and they're like, oh, Stephen A., come on, Stephen A. I mean, what the hell are you trying to say? Literally making a case. Literally making a case. Number 2 all time. And so you're looking at this, and it's like, then talk basketball. What you do with your personal life is your business. I got a personal life. I don't want nobody in my business. I respect the hell that you don't want nobody in your business. But you can talk to me about journalism. You can talk to me about broadcasting. You can talk to me about what the hell I said on First Take or Stephen A.'s World. You can do that. That's what I'm doing in the public forum. We can have that conversation all day. But these guys walk around like, oh my God, what the hell are you saying? You heard what the hell I said. Why do you disagree? And let's have a conversation. But you have folks that either want to act like you don't know, or they want to be offended because you disagree with them but don't want to say it. But then when you point out, well, you might be a little sensitive because you want to be seen here over this guy. But then we making up stories because that's not really the agenda. But you admit privately to people that, again, it ultimately gets back to.
And again, this Stephen A. Smith is referencing these things that he's seeing, you know, at the professional level, you know, at his job of just being around athletes and people that do, you know, that play basketball on a professional level. And he sees, you know, the ego. Like, we can use Kwame as an example. You know, he's upset for the things that Stephen A. Smith says about his basketball talent. But Kwame was the one that got on the court and played with that talent. Stephen A. Smith just covers it. He's a journalist. You know, and the slander that, you know, Kwame Brown is giving Stephen A. Smith is retarded. You feel what I'm saying? And then you got to look at it, too, in the case of why doesn't Kwame, you know, go after Sally Jenkins the way he does, you know? And Sally Jenkins, you know, really shredded Kwame in her article. Like, she really put his, you know, personal life on display, and it was something different, you know. And Kwame still ain't recovered from that. Every chance he get, he got to talk about it. But, you know, just like I said, this is Stephen A. Smith just, you know, giving insight as to what he has to hear or listen to when he's around athletes that he give props to, but it's just not enough because he's not giving them the top props in their eyes. You know what I'm saying? It's not enough, you know, it's just, you know, but, you know, I can already assume that it's you know, it's egos and stuff, and some people egos are, you know, bigger than others. Salute to my motherfucking brother, Liaison 1. What's good, bro? It's good, man. Yeah. My brother pulled up on this good Saturday evening, I should say. We in a motherfucking building. Yeah, we in a motherfucking building. My motherfucking brother done pulled up on me. Yeah.
Us. That's exactly how you feel. But you deny it until you write your own damn memoir. That you've been feeling that way for years. It does get a bit crazy, Gilbert. It really does.
But from the other side,
Sure.
We've watched what greatness is, and we try to create our own path. Right. And Jordan is the mountain, right? He's the Bugatti,
right,
of what the look, the class, the speed. Like, he's there.
Yep.
So when you're playing this game, you're trying to get to that top.
Right.
So it's one of those things. The more you keep telling me I'm number 2,
right,
I can't accept it.
Don't.
I don't trade. But that's what
I hope you don't.
But that's what it is. It's the competitive. So I respect the competitive that you don't accept number 2.
And that's what I was saying, y'all. Like, it's all in the spirit of competition. You know, that's why I could see like why LeBron would have an issue with, you know, being called number 2 of all time, opposed to, you know, when it comes to, of course, his professional basketball career and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I could see why, you know, you don't want to hear that. But really, that's just somebody giving their opinion to it at the end of the day, because, you know, if you're doing great things on the court, then, you know, that kind of stuff won't affect you. Like Stephen A. Smith said, it shouldn't. You know, that's just his opinion. He say what he say. But, you know, it's people that, you know, don't even feel the way Stephen A. Smith feel it and feel like LeBron is number 1. So it's just all opinions, you know. Everybody got one.
You don't accept it. You don't accept that you're number 2.
And I'm saying to you, I totally respect that you don't accept it. But you're playing tomorrow, and next month, and a month after. Go! Because guess what? This is how I feel. But that's no reason to feel like, oh my God, I can't stand your ass for it. Really? It's like, are you kidding me? That's why?
That's one thing I do gotta give this group credit for. They play basketball. Like my era, I went to the gym from 2000, when I get in 2001. Before the game, I'm there at 3 o'clock, 3:30. Because I heard Kobe was there. You know, growing up in LA, Kobe. Watch Kobe go through his workout. That's who taught me how to work out, how to be a professional, what you do on game day. So I'll go there. There's only one other player in my whole NBA career that was consistently coming early, Ray Allen. We're talking about...
Now, see what I'm saying, y'all? See the dedication, see how Gilbert Arenas wanted it that bad, you know, to solidify his place in the NBA, that he went to go work out with Kobe, that he put in the hours, that he understood greatness. Something that Kwame, again, had the same opportunity to. Kwame had the same opportunity. He played with Michael Jordan. He played with Kobe Bryant, even Gilbert Arenas. You know, and that's just, like I said, I'm just using an example as that because, you know, these is all in reference to how these two guys tie into the fiasco, you know, that Kwame, you know, started up. But I'm just saying in general, like, if it's something that you want in life, you're going to go and go get it, or at least go down that path and work towards it. Point blank, period. It's not nothing that's not, you can obtain anything. You just got to put the pain in and put the work in, and there you have it.
400 and something players and 2 players.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here like, and then watching this generation, it's like, they love like Katie, like I'm either playing video games or I'm on the basketball court. Kawhi, whenever I hear something about, he just shoots all day. Like, it's like, at least these guys are in the gym. It ain't the 80s player, we're gonna go to the club. Even if some of those guys go to the club, they'll go after the game, they'll shoot for 2 more hours, then go to the club. And I was like, why didn't I think of that one?
Well,
why didn't I think of
that? That is one way to look at it. Here's the other. They love playing, and pretty much that's all they do. Not that they don't have business ventures on the outside and all. I'm certainly not trying to imply that, but I'm just saying, in terms of just piggybacking off your statement about how much they love to play. Because they can afford to. And I'm not talking about just salary. I'm talking about what the league and the media and corporate America / Madison Avenue has done to promote the NBA brand. So it can elevate to such a point where you don't have to worry about anything but that. You might choose to do other things and diversify your portfolio, but you don't have to. With the exception of the select few, you had to do that in the previous era. MJ, when they had the Last Dance and all of that stuff, you know, we benefited from that greatly. All of us did, because it was right at the start of the pandemic and there was no sports going on, and we had that Last Dance coming on the tube every week. Thank God. MJ and I was talking all the time because you know, he disagreed with some of the things that he saw other people saying and stuff like that, and, you know, trusted me enough to, you know, give me some insight into his thinking or on something that might have been misperceived on television. And when it came to the portion about Scottie Pippen, it was like Scottie Pippen felt this way about Last Dance. And Jordan was like, well, here's what it was. And everybody wants to talk about the money that I make. They keep forgetting that as a player, I averaged $4 million a year. That was it. Over the first 11 years of his career. So off the court stuff don't have nothing to do with the fact that I had to make this sacrifice in helping to build the game for those 11 years. And a lot of times when you're talking to players and you're listening to them now, back in the day, it wasn't like a player had to go back and get a second job at the time, you know, the 80s and beyond. But what you did have to do was think about things more than just basketball, because you weren't in the level, you didn't have the level of control that you have now. The NBA had a heavier hand down upon you if it wanted to. On top of that all, you were devoid of social media, so you had to lean on the media and other outlets to express a message that you yourself couldn't do alone. So you had all of those things to think about, okay? We fast forward to now. And what you have is a situation where you have they need any damn body, because you getting paid, right? And it's one thing to feel that way, because I understand it, because I've been very, very blessed and fortunate to make a little paper in this industry compared to what other people in this industry are making, all right? But it's another thing entirely to wear it on your sleeve, to the point where the status quo and how things normally are conducted don't apply to you. And you walk out there and you think you can do what you want to be, what you want, any way you want to, and that's what you're seeing with a lot of these guys. And so my point is that I've been blessed and fortunate enough to have so many relationships, players, coaches, executives, even owners, that I'm always going to be connected to the game in some capacity, because I just know too many damn people. When you've been around this long, you just know, all right? But I look at these guys on a come up covering these industries, and I often ask myself with players, it never occurred to you that that brother right there is just getting started. He may not know any better. You might help him be a better reporter. You don't care. You might help this person better in PR. You don't care. You might help this person be a better business person. You don't give a shit. And when you wear that on your sleeve, you the same person that's gonna complain later. These people don't get it. They don't give a damn. They ain't listening. What the hell am I talk to them for? Mm-hmm. And then you wonder how everything falls apart. It fell apart because you wore this attitude on your sleeve. I got mine. And everyone sees it. And so that ultimate.
And see, I'm letting them talk, you know, and get the dialogue out. Because again, y'all, this is one of those videos that I said I feel like you'll be able to pull something from it. You know, again, you know, the jokes and stuff, you know, on Kwame and, you know, using him as an example, that's just because of, you know, what he's put in the media. But for the most part, these are things that you can apply to your life and really tell yourself that if it's something that you want, you can have it. It's anything, you can do whatever it is that you want to do at the end of the day. Nobody can block that. Nobody can stop that. Only you get in your own way. You know, the hardest part of, you know, obtaining something that you want is just doing it. That's the hardest part. Just do it.
Then you want them to go out and be completely objective about covering you when you've given them your ass to kiss on so many occasions. How does that work? In no other walk of life would anybody expect that, except with professional athletes. Some of them. I'm not saying most, I'm not saying all, but some of them, and we know who they are, and we just wait. Because that's all you have to do. I
tell reporters that all the time. Oh yeah, this way.
Just wait.
But there was a point where that
Just
balance tips. A generation, you guys were probably in the middle, where these kids now, they're so used to media that they embrace it. They're ready for it at 14.
So I mean, depending on who you are, like, you know, some kids are media ready. Some guys are shy. They don't really, you know, you have, that's just gonna be your, you know, you try to find the balance of who's camera ready versus who's just a basketball player. You know, just like anything. Some guys just want to be basketball players. That's all they know. That's all they want to be, no matter how great their talent is.
But
they're
is
like,
that true?
Yeah.
I got a question. Like, for example, when you say we just want to play basketball, they act like they would play for free. I'm not saying they wouldn't play for free, but in the same breath, the fact that it comes with millions of dollars don't hurt.
Okay, let me. It don't hurt, but you gotta remember, before we got here, we played for free just as hard. Just as hard, we played for free. So this was always my thing with, you know, this guy couldn't play in the 80s or 90s.
And see, this is why I like this conversation too, because you get into two different perspectives from two different people that's in the same industry, but, you know, do different things inside that industry. Like Stephen A. Smith is on a journalist side, and Gilbert Arenas was, you know, of course, playing the game of basketball, which they both understand the game, but their interpretation of it is completely different. You know, that's why I thought this conversation would definitely be interesting between these two, which it is already, you know, which again, they're seeing each other's perspectives, but also giving, you know, other insight from a POV that, you know, one of them, of course, aren't looking through, which is dope.
You gotta remember, before we got into the NBA, with the NBA rules we're adapting to, what is street? Half our youth was fighting because of we can't finish the game with 21 and all that. We know how to play rough.
You know what I'm thinking of? You know, draft night. You see they have the whole world in front of them. They're just getting started. You think of the kid, I love Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
Right? They're so young and there's so much ahead of them that they're gonna grow into something. And you want them to realize you only have a short window. I wish you played 15 years.
Like even with him, I like his personality already. You know, he seems.
But the point, hang on here, you never know when it's gonna be over.
Yeah.
So you might as well make the most of it when you're there.
Yeah, but that's not how we look at it. We think we're we think we're invisible. We don't really think about what. I never knew how important the emotional part of it was. Because, you know, I was created just to be an assassin. You don't care about no feelings. You try to find someone's weakness. You attack. It. All that emotional I feel. My mom, like, man, this is the basketball court. You don't give.
They got time for all that.
Right? So I remember Derrick Rose in Cleveland, and he twists his ankle, and then says, you know, I need to go back home. I need to reevaluate if I want to play. I got so offended. And I said, wait, hold on. You're now trying to figure out if you want to play and retire? You should have thought about that in training camp, because there was a guy who was who got cut last. If you would have made your decision, he would be starting his dream off of being an NBA player. That is selfish. Yeah. That is selfish of you, right? Wrote it. Boom, send.
Yep.
Again, Gilbert Arenas pointing out that he understood that he has an opportunity that a lot of, you know, guys dream of, you know, playing in the NBA, period. Just like it's so many players that's had opportunities such as Gilbert Arenas to play in the NBA and squandered that opportunity away by getting in their own way and not actually accepting and being grateful for the opportunity and maximizing that opportunity. You know, so Gilbert Arenas right here, again, like I said, just the beauty of the conversation, just seeing it from these perspectives. And, you know, a lot of most of these guys are saying the same thing too. Both of them are, but it's just coming from a different view.
Then I thought about it and didn't realize that ankle injury wasn't what I think an ankle injury. His first injury, twisted his ankle first, blew his knee. Came back, twisted his ankle, blew his knee. Came back, twisted his ankle, blew his knee. He's in Cleveland. Yeah. He twisted his ankle. All that ran through his brain was blowing my knee and I have to rehab, and it freaked him out.
Right.
And that's when I understood. I had to like, oh, okay, this was deeper than my little, you twist your ankle and you leave, and it was deeper than.
Yeah, in that aspect, yeah, for sure. Like, you know, the NBA opportunity is, you know, that's what Gil was looking at it like, you know, hey, this is an opportunity. I got to maximize my opportunity. But then, you know, when you look at it from like, you know, Derrick Rose being in the NBA and, you know, running through that course of injuries, you know, that plagued him. That is something that you got to start considering, you know, if you're going to be able to still play, because it's going to be injury after injury. So, you know, you give your blood, sweat, and tears, but, you know, self-care is important. For real. No, salute, Trav B. That's definitely how you could conduct an interview. Having a conversation. Like men.
This was an emotional battle that you were trying to defeat, and it's beat you 3 times. It basically, this defeat almost took you out of the NBA. And that break, I understood, but it has to be explained because no one is mind reading.
Exactly, and that's where I was going. I was saying, I don't disagree with a word you said. My retort to that would be, what the hell I gotta figure that out for? You got a mouth, you got a tongue, you know how to speak. Why don't you say so? It's very simple. It really is. It really is. Listen, man, I'm a very, very hard worker. And people know that I don't like to miss work. Damn it, man, I had a toothache. Shit hurt. Got an infection under the bone of the root canal. Shit hurt bad. I called in and I came on the air. This is why I called in. I don't care what you think. I know what I was going through. Shit hurt. Every time, me, who opens my mouth for a living, every time I open my mouth, you ever had one of them pains that just, oh my God, you just want to curl up like a baby, you damn near crying.
Man, listen, I don't want to wish that shit on nobody. That kind of pain, you know, whew, make you cry, make a grown man cry. That kind of pain, I ain't gonna lie, I don't wish that pain on nobody. I know exactly what Stephen A. talking about. My God. Woo. That's something else. I don't wish that pain on nobody.
And every time air hits it, because that's how much it hurts.
Oh,
that's
facts.
what I was going through. I don't give a damn what y'all believe. That's what happened. Period. And you let it go. But a lot of times, these cats, it's like, again, you don't want to explain it, but unfortunately, you're in a position where you have to. But I remember one time MJ came up to me. He said, Stephen A., this is years ago, about 15 years ago. He said, man, I'm cool with you, man. It's just the way you say shit sometimes. It's the way you said this. You know what I said to MJ? I said, you know what, fine. MJ, fine, no problem. I said, can I have a job? Because evidently you want to pay me. You gonna tell me how to do something and I'm getting paid to do this. Can I have a job? He just started laughing. I'm like, damn, this is how I talk. I'm not faking it. You know, I talk like this. That's how I talk. I don't mean no harm, but this is how I communicate. How come I can't make money? You know what I'm saying? AI came to me with that one time. I said, AI, $200,000. Because at the time I was making 53. I was making 53,000 for photo. I said $200,000. And he said, for what? I said, PR. PR, be your publicist. Because that's what you want me to be. You asking me to be your publicist. Because you don't want me to report. You want me to say what you want me to say. $200,000. Now, obviously, I didn't mean it because I would never have worked for him. But it was my point was, come on, we got a job. Let's just like relax. And you know, again, you just hope that cats ultimately adopt that kind of mentality.
Sign of weakness. That's what it really is. Sign of weakness.
And he had a point right there, you know, he's a journalist, so he's only reporting what he sees. You know, it's not slander. You know, and he stands strongly in his opinion, which we all do. When you got your mind set to something and you are very opinionated in it, that's what the result's going to be, you know, straight up, you know. So, you know, it is what it's going to be, you know.
All right, we're running out of time here.
Yeah.
We got to put you to work.
Sure.
All right. It's Ask Agent Zero time. So I'm sure there's been some stuff through the years that's probably floated through your mind. This is the time to get it out. Or something from the past that we have to set the record straight with.
Whatever y'all want. Whatever y'all want.
What do you got for him?
Well, I heard you didn't like me, man. I was stunned.
Oh, no, man,
I was stunned. I was stunned, man. I mean, me, not like. I mean, oh my God.
We did talk about sensitivity here
I mean,
earlier.
what's up?
Nah, it was one of those things. I just signed.
And look, y'all. Look at how this is being conducted. Look at how this is being conducted, right, y'all? It's Ask Agent Zero time, so this is an opportunity for, you know, the guest to ask Gilbert Arenas what it is that he wanted. And Steven Smith went straight for the gut. Look, hey man, I heard you didn't like me. What's going on? What's up? This is the same opportunity that Kwame could have used when he hit the All the Smoke podcast and sat down and had a conversation. That would have went crazy. You know, that thing would have went through the roof, man. You know, people saying, you know, these people who had differences rectify it, and these was professional players. You know, this is an example of that right here, y'all. Right here.
I just signed my contract,
Right,
you know,
right,
the 111.
Right.
All you said was, you better be worth the 111. That's all you said.
That's right.
And I was like, wait,
Yes.
what you trying to say? And to me, I'm like, I just turned down 127 for the 111. And you questioned me? I don't like him. I don't like him now. Like,
Right.
You know what I mean? Because inside, I knew it. I knew it. Like when people ask me, were you overpaid? And I said, yes, but no. Yes, I was, because I was hurt, I was damaged, already had 2 surgeries. When we did our negotiation, me and Ernie, he offered me what he felt I was worth. Here's about 89, 90 million.
Right.
And I'm sitting here 3-time All-Star, 3-time MVP, and you're giving me this?
Right.
And my max is 127?
Yeah.
So I'm sitting here like, I have no choice. I get the call from A. Poland.
Yeah.
A. Poland.
Yeah.
And he says,
A. Poland. We've heard that name before. Remember that name, A. Poland?
whatever you want. You did what you said you were gonna do. You got me out of my Jordan.
Look, A. Poland told Gilbert Arenas he can have whatever he wants. But when we heard, you know, a certain ex-NBA player speak of A. Poland, it was in a negative light. You know, so this is Gilbert Arenas, y'all, telling the story. Telling us what really happened.
You turned this franchise around. I owe you whatever you want. Mm-hmm. I don't care what they said about you. That's not my, hey, I probably won't be alive to see this contract. Right. But you're gonna be the last person I sign. Don't worry, take your trip. When you get back, the money's yours. And it was one of those things, so when people asked me, I was like, yeah, yes, but I had a relationship. I dealt with relationships. So when they looked at me, they didn't look at me as busted knee, he probably won't be the same. Nah. He looked at me like, he's done everything. He works hard.
Salute to my brother, Jerome Biggums. Salute, 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 bro. Appreciate you pulling up, man. Appreciate you. Definitely appreciate you, man. Salute, Jerome Biggums. Hit the like button if you haven't already, y'all. Hit the subscribe button. I greatly appreciate your subscription. Share the live stream. Salute, salute, salute.
Hard. You know, he does this. He looks out for the older people in the arena. If they need new chairs, he comes to me, lets me know first. He does everything he needs to do. That's like my son. You know, so I was like, my contract is more off my relationship with Abe versus you know my injury, because my injury, I'm second guessing it too.
Let me say this. I heard that. I didn't know that. I didn't give a damn about that then. I don't give a damn about it now. And here's what I mean by that. You are a baller. At the time they signed you 111, I'm like, yo, 111 ounce. You gotta show up.
That's how it was too.
You gotta show up. It's like, I mean, this ain't about nothing.
And like I said, what I respect about this whole interview right here is that these guys are standing on what they stand on as far as, you know, what they believe, but at the same time respectable enough with each other that they hear each other's opinions and respecting each other like men, you know, and having a conversation and trying to understand why one person, you know, said what they said, and then, you know, afterwards it just becomes water under the bridge. You know, like I said, it makes for good content, y'all. And, you know, this is another instance where Kwame Brown should sit down and watch this interview and see how two men conduct themselves, you know, and have conversations. Or not even just him, just anybody. You know, for that person that have, you know, poor comprehension skills, poor communication skills, this is an example right here of, you know, how two people can come together with differences and still have a great conversation, because not only do they, you know, have respect for themselves, for each other, they have respect for themselves. You gotta have respect for yourself first, you know, and this is a prime example of that, man. So salute to Stephen A. Smith and No Chill Gil.
Ain't about anything other than that. It was like, look, you gotta show up, because that's the whole deal about accountability. And here's what a lot of y'all don't realize, especially when it comes to me. All them old school Hall of Famers. I talk to all of them. All of them. They don't talk about players. They talk about the standard that they were held to. And what they say is, don't you dare let them off the hook. You ain't let us off the hook. This generation didn't let us off the hook. Hold them to the same level of responsibility you held us to. Because when it's all over and we're judging who was great and who wasn't, that all comes into play. When we talk Muhammad Ali is the greatest, you know, there was a Sugar Ray Robinson, there was a Joe Louis, there was, you know, there's a whole bunch of people, even today, Floyd Mayweather. Why do we call Ali the greatest? It wasn't because he was undefeated, but it wasn't just because of how great he was in the ring. It was because of the adversity he faced and he overcame. And so what the players from previous generations religiously point out, what we had to go through to get the recognition. We weren't getting endorsement deals when we were in 5th place. We weren't getting 9-figure endorsement deals, sneaker contracts, and all of this other stuff. If our team was a 500 squad, hell no, we had to show up. Stephen A., you just gonna let that stop? you just gonna let this, you know, LeBron, he lost 6 rings. He lost 6 chips. You just gonna act like he's just the greatest. Really? Really? You have people like, come on, Stephen A. And I'm like this, damn. And so he's watching, the players are watching, the old school cats are watching. Everybody's watching. And I'm like this, I got nowhere to go. only thing I could do is be me, because I can live with me.
Yeah.
I can't do what somebody else is saying. I got to do what I feel. And that's how it goes.
So are we cool now?
Yeah, it was cool after I retired. I was like, I love Stephen A. Smith's sound. I gotta remember, but that's how, think about what he said versus how I reacted. That's how sensitive.
Right.
That's how sensitive I was. And all he said was, you better be up to the 111. That's it. That's all he said.
And see, y'all, another instance of accountability. You know, like I said, salute No Chill Gil, man. Like I said, since he even came down to YouTube, he's held himself accountable for everything that, you know, was said about him. And he stood on what's happened and held himself accountable as a man. So, and here it is, another instance in another video where he's done the same thing and had a conversation with someone where it was said it was differences, but the fact that these two was able to have a sit down and clear the air even more, even though it wasn't no real issue, it still made for a good interview. Another teachable moment.
You know, he got himself into some stuff. You know when you was in the news and all of that stuff. And what I said to folks then was, mistakes happen. What happens is that when I got mad at him was when you made light of it when you were in Philly. And the Commissioner Stern ultimately came at you on the court. And here's why I was mad. You don't know Commissioner Stern, God rest his soul. You didn't know him. You didn't know what he would do. You got money to be made. You playing for this franchise. It's sensitive times. And it's like, to me, I wasn't, crucifying him. I was saying, you doing?
I was in court. And, the DA was like, hey, look, he can't even take this serious, blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, if that's what you see in this picture, then that's what you see. What I see is, this is the last time me and this group had our laugh together. I probably would never see these guys again. I don't know what my fate, but that I can look at this picture and every time I see it, I can smile because we're all happy. That was the last time I can say me and this group was actually happy. But that came from a hurt phone call I got, and it was just, let's go. You know what I mean?
It's totally understandable, man. Especially listening to you explain it is totally understandable. From my position, it's like, with all the great things you have done, that's what they gonna hold on to. The general populace, the general public.
That's a fact too. I swear, and I said that in the song, Ravishing. It's amazing how a nigga do a bunch of things right. Once I make a mistake, niggas try to crucify you. It don't matter. You could do a whole lot of things right, but that one time, just that one time, that's gonna be what's remembered. That's why I always just say, we just always got to strive to make better decisions, period. You know what I'm saying? Life happens, shit happens. But at the same time, too, it's what you do after that, too. At the same token, that, you're going to get stronger from it or, let that become you, So, again, like I said, man, salute to these guys in this interview, man. This is dope right here. To see these two people have two different walks of life in the same industry and come together and have an interview like this. This is dope. Oh, shit, y'all. Pull this fuck. Hold on, y'all. Shit.
It was because of the adversity he faced and he overcame. And so what the players from previous generations, mistakes happen. What happens is that when I got mad at him was when you made light of it when you were in Philly. And the Commissioner Stern ultimately came at you on the court. And here's why I was mad. You don't know Commissioner Stern, God rest his soul. You didn't know him. You didn't know what he would do. You got money to be made. You playing for this franchise. It's sensitive times. And it's like, to me, I wasn't crucifying them. I was saying, what you doing?
I was in court. And, the DA was like, hey, look, he can't even take this serious, blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, if that's what you see in this picture, then that's what you see. What I see is this is the last time me and this group had our laugh together. I probably would never see these guys again. I don't know what my fate, but that I can look at this picture and every time I see it, I can smile because we're all happy. That was the last time I can say me and this group was actually happy. But that came from a hurt phone call I got, and it was just, let's go. You know what I mean?
It's totally understandable, man. Especially listening to you explain it is totally understandable. From my position, it's like, with all the great things you have done, that's what they're gonna hold on to. The general populace, the general public, they're going to hold on to that. And I will openly confess to you that, listen, I'm not anti-anything, but I'm unapologetically pro-black. I don't apologize about anybody. And I understand, as a 53-year-old black man from the streets of New York, what a lot of black men go through. And so I completely get where you coming from. My whole point is, tomorrow's another day, and so is next month, and so is next year. Don't give these cats, and when I say that, I'm just talking about the general population, don't give these cats that ammunition to...
You hear that, Kwame? Listen, Kwame.
Hold on to something when your game is over, because you'll be surprised how much you have to give. And so I'm gonna be straight up with you. When I sit here and I'm listening,
and that's important, You are a reflection of what it is that you do. So if you are, pursuing something that you're interested in, you of course initially you want to be good at it and the best at it. You just got to go out there and go get it. Nothing doesn't happen overnight without work, and that's just as simple as that. There's no sense of waking up every day, proclaiming victimhood when you can just really, get up off your ass and go get it. The grind always has to continue. So you should never stop working.
Listening to him now, and he's talking about basketball. You have any idea how good you would be as a basketball analyst? I'm just like breaking stuff down. I'm like this. I didn't think about that one. That's a goddamn point. This point after point after point. You start breaking down and you get into the nuances of the game itself, right? But when you hear the name Gilbert Arenas, what somebody gonna think? And so that's an obstacle you have to, now it ain't the end of the world. You moved on, you'll continue to move on. But I'm saying for me, as a black man who pays attention to the obstacles that black folks, particularly black men, create for ourselves, that's what I'm always trying to address. And it's me coming at it and really throwing myself to the guillotine, because I'm like, yo, they might hate me for saying this, but I know they're gonna hear me. And if they smart, which I believe they are, they're gonna hear me saying, people watching, this is what they're doing. This is what I gotta prepare myself to navigate myself around. As a result, they'll be better for it. And as a result, I will have done my job in terms of my own personal mission. Do my job, but to help as many brothers along the way as I possibly can. And that's why I could come at stuff ferociously, because I know I'm talking about the game, and I know that at the end of the day, when it comes to stuff that's off the court, I'm gonna always be around. If somebody wanna call me, they say, there's nobody that I've covered in sports that can say to me, they picked up the phone and said, Stephen A., I need your help. And I said, no. There's no one that can ever say that about me. And I know that. So as long as that's the case, I sleep well.
He made a statement like that just to debunk, when it said that, when someone said he don't care about black people, but this whole interview, for real, when Steven has talked, he talked about doing nothing but creating opportunities for black people. You know, he's talking about like the black NBA stars, when they see PRs or, you know, journalists and stuff, that they can actually help out, you know, with their status and stuff. You know, that should be that should be something to think about as well, you know, being able to help. And, you know, even with his platform, he understands that he has a voice that can help people as well too. So, you know, these are just all little things that, you know, all little intangibles that can help somebody, and it could go a long way, and just, you know, be the gift they keep giving. Like I said, this is just one of them good interviews that you gain perspective, and you understand, you know, the behind the scenes in that industry.
And that's where my first question came from. It was because of that. Like, how did you overcome to get there? Because that was one of my things. Me and D-Way used to talk about it, and I was like, I'm just so afraid to jump out there. Yeah. And then what they say, oh, Gilbert in the locker room. Like, yep. Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, I'll go back into the hole. Like, that's right. You know what I mean? And that's why I was like, so I see you bouncing and bouncing and bouncing. And that's why the first question was that, like, how do you overcome? Yep. You know, and that kind of helps me out to just keep going.
That's right.
Yeah, y'all. So that was Gilbert Arenas and Stephen A. Smith having a conversation about NBA players versus the media. Very good conversation, very good interview. I like how it was conducted, as far as, you know, given, like, again, like I was just saying, just the behind the scenes, and the fact that you were able to get personalities and see exactly, you know, what these two people who had two different walks in the same industry, you know, had to go through, and why they have the perspectives that they have. And like I said, I just felt like that was super fire, and just an all-around dope interview. You know, two people that displayed, of course, you know, good comprehension skills, understood the questions, all that shit, you know. So, you know, I thought that was dope, and I thought that was something that, you know, I definitely wanted to play on the show, you know, just to, you know, show the growth as far as how it's two people that can have differences but still come together and be about the greater good, you know. But questions, comments, concerns, comment down in the comment section what your thoughts are. Salute to the chat. I'll put the link in the chat in case somebody want to come up and get their 2 cents. Yeah, but, you know, like I said, that was a real nice conversation, you know. Real nice conversation, y'all. You know, and like I said, it just shows growth. And that's what it's about. Like, if it's too, like, if you have a disagreement, or it's just something that you need more understanding, then you just simply, you know, go to the source and figure out what the issue is. You know, it should never be a part where it should be games played and, you know, somebody trying to be more extra than other. Like, you know, that's just not how people conduct themselves, you know. I just don't agree with that. That's just not how people conduct themselves, y'all. But again, salute to the chat. Salute to the best mods on YouTube. Oh, so dope live. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Your subscription is greatly appreciated. Share the live stream. Protect your energy. Protect your peace. Always strive to make better. Always strive to make better decisions. Love yourself, because because it starts with yourself first. Because how can you love someone else if you don't love yourself? Also Dope Live. Appreciate y'all. I might do another live stream later. I don't know. It all depends. You know, I gotta take care of a few other things. But you know, I appreciate everybody that pulled up on me today. Wanted to, you know, get this out to you. So I might come back later. It all depends, y'all. Salute, 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 salute. Appreciate each and every last one of y'all. The detractors, of course, too, as well. Appreciate the supporters. You know, everybody that's been watching the videos, liking the videos, commenting, sharing the live streams, sharing videos. It's all greatly appreciated. Thank you. And again, salute to the chat. Salute to the mods. Also Dope Live. I posted the Also Dope Live song on the channel. Salute to everybody that's went and checked that out. That's up on the channel now, y'all. The Also Dope Live song is on the channel. So when you get a chance, check that out. What else? I think that's about it. That's as far as, you know, far as new. So yeah, the Also Dope Live song is on the channel, y'all. Check that out. Also Dope Live. Enjoy and subscribe. Appreciate y'all. Gone. I'm tripping. I can't go yet. I gotta get y'all a roll call. Tripping. Tripping, y'all. I'm tripping. Salute to Laquita. Appreciate you each and every time. Thank you. Salute to Michael Ben. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. Salute to Mrs. Archery. Sniper on deck. You know, she ain't had to put no work in. That's good. I mean, it's another successful, you know, day of, you know, no troll fuckery. Salute, Iron. Salute, Dr. Lena. Who else in the building? Salute my brother, Authentic 614. Salute, bro. Salute my other brother, Drab B. What's good? Salute, salute, salute. Salute, Miss Thompson. Salute. And of course, salute Lisa Queen B. Salute, salute, salute Lisa Queen B. Salute. And salute my brother Jerome Biggums. Salute, 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 salute. In the building. Yeah. Also Dope Live. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button. Share the live stream. Protect your energy. Protect your peace. Always strive to make good decisions. Love yourself before you try to love someone else, because it starts with yourself first. And how can you love somebody without loving yourself first? Also Dope Live. Appreciate each and every last one of y'all. Thank y'all. Thank you so much for just everything, your support, contributions. It means a lot. And I just want to tell you thank you. And I appreciate each and every last one of y'all again. Also Dope Live, y'all. Gone.
Factuals. I told my bitch that I'll be back, I gotta make me a run. If I say that I'ma do it, then it's gon' get done. Bitch, I work too hard for you to play with my name. Cold game off the top while I'm collecting my funds. My seat back, I'm in and out of lanes cruising. I got some Henny in my cup, or residue say. She rollin' killer at the crib while I'm moving. When I get back, it ain't a question that we groovin'. Bitch, I told you once before, it ain't no playing with me. Try it on another nigga who ain't nothing like me. If them hoes still talking, let them hoes talk. Get your money, play the cut, they tryna get caught. It's a price on anything, even pussy. That's why I need a full payment for your cookies. My bottom bitch, she understand she ain't a rookie. She collect my money too and bring it to me. I was blessed with a mouth where I put hands on the floor. Soak up all this game, G, let it sit and get porous. If they hate, let them hate, they gon' hate to the core. Instead of hating, get some paper and don't look for rewards. She stuffing all that killer in a raw cone. My way on chill, coolin' in another time zone. Every time I write something, I be mind blown. It makes sense, a nigga gotta set the right tone. I told my bitch that I'll be back, I gotta make me a run. If I say that I'ma do it, then it's gon' get done. Bitch, I work too hard for you to play with my name. Cold game off the top while I'm collecting my funds. My seat back, I'm in and out of lanes cruising. I got some Henny in my cup, or residue say. She rollin' killer at the crib while I'm moving. When I get back, it ain't a question that we groovin'. Yeah, keep it G, that's the way to be. When you moving free, bitch, please better have my money when you come to me. Got it honest, pimpin' in my blood, it ain't hard to see. Driving slow with my seat back, playing sugar free. She know I got a fine taste for some chocolate, but money tastes better gone in my wallet. I catch a nap on the spot, Rasheed Wallace. Then waking up to the grind, being honest. I need my motherfucking ends. I need that right now, love, let's not pretend. Since you are on, baby, put on your friend. Tell her she is worthy of making me ends. Say it ends twice, cause I love the money. Staying away from all the snakes, cause they moving funny. Little bitch, Steph ain't never been a dummy. Say the tears, so I'ma need all my money. I told my bitch that I'll be back, I gotta make me a run. If I say that I'ma do it, then it's gon' get done. Bitch, I work too hard for you to play with my name. Cold game off the top while I'm collecting my funds. My seat back, I'm in and out of lanes cruising. I got some Henny in my cup, or residue say. She rollin' killer at the crib while I'm moving. When I get back, it ain't a question that we groovin'. Yeah. I swear I be giving y'all my life in these verses. I can't really make none of this shit up. This is my life as I know it. All factuals. I ain't got no time to sit down and lie to you. I just be jotting down my life. Netflix and chill. Baby braiding up my hair. I thought I told you that my game Frigidaire. Just trying to make sure you're aware. It's a whole lot of money to be made everywhere, and it's solely up to you if you gon' get it how you live it. Hennessy Code, that's factuals. My young thing got potential, let me package you. If you know, then you know I can mold you, baby. Put your listening ears on, don't be talking crazy. I ain't nothing like you used to. Coolin', I'm staying away from all that stupid shit too. Gotta get the bag, maneuvering in silence, life's good. Why would I wake up choosing violence? Damn shame they don't wanna see you happy on this side of gallons, getting brain freezes from some daiquiris. I need that shit like right now, baby. I need that shit like right now. Listen, I need that shit like right now, baby. I need that shit like right now. Shit. Listen, love, don't you know that we are just coolin'? And baby, I just want you to chill. We just groovin'. Listen, I need that shit like right now, baby. I need that shit like right now. Listen, I'm feeling alright now. Shit, I'm feeling alright now. good. First they seem to love you and then that shit turn to hate. I could really give a fuck cause I wanna just elevate. Get in place in and out of Cali on the weekends, just to get your mind right and stay about the deep end. Thank you God, I know I'm favored how my life is going. The ones who fake you kept them from me and it's really showing. Bruce Lee, war, aura, baby, I be glowing. You can't gain me love, I be knowing. If you stand for nothing, then you fall for something. Some bad bitches that you see ain't never worth the cuffing. I remain cooler than the cut, you know what it's up. Riding around on assignment, baby, you know what it's up. I need that shit like right now, baby. I need that shit like right now. Listen, I need that shit like right now, baby. I need that shit like right now. Shit.
Listen, love, don't you know that we are just coolin', coolin'. And baby, I just want you to chill. We just groovin', groovin'. Yeah, baby, that's the one. Like I said, I need that shit like right now. Like right now. Don't get none of that on my shoes either. I don't give a fuck how much sauce you see. Yeah, you the one.
I gotta go get it, that money be calling, I gotta get more, I gotta get more. It come with the power, it come with respect, and everything go, I'm making a way, so stay on my way, I'm perfecting my flow, I open my mind like all of the time, cause I gotta grow, I come through smelling like Versace, ooh, everything gon' go, love, you can't stop me, you won't vibe, but we don't see it, Ricky Bobby, fresh produce in the bowl, would you like broccoli, ooh, collecting my dough, I told you before, I'm perfecting my flow, I ain't worried about hoes, I told you I'm busy collecting my dough. If you peep what I really just did there, I'm telling you twice and I don't care. I gotta go get it, that money, it just ain't gonna reappear. Shit. On the grind cause I gotta have it. Nowadays it's about your actions, I pay attention to what it said, it's like I'm listening in closed captions. Ooh shit, ooh. Yeah, they got me fucked up. I'm just cooling in the cut with that Henny poured out. Baby. I still don't fuck around with them fuck arounds, cause them fuck arounds get you smoked, so please don't come around on that dumb shit, that lunch shit, stay woke. Drinking water, reminding my business, your hating becoming a sickness. I'm all about them digits, and you should be about digits. Making the moves in silence, the way it should go. Start clocking my moves, I see you, I already know. Staying up out of the way. I'm grateful for seeing the day. Today, Steph in 100 with Steph and honey, and also my chocolate bay. I gotta go get it, that money be calling, I gotta get more. It come with the power, it come with respect, and everything go. I'm making a way, so stay on my way, I'm perfecting my flow. I open my mind like all of the time, cause I gotta grow, I come through smelling like Versace, ooh, everything gon' go, love, you can't stop me, you won't vibe, but we don't see it, Ricky Bobby, fresh produce in the bowl, would you like broccoli, ooh.
Server down right now. I feel like it's a better time to do it. Makes sense anyway. Baby, could you pour that for me?
Oh yeah.
Thank you, baby.
Kisses from my missus, I made it back. From a long journey, I made some racks. Fresh cut lemons in my lemonade. That goes well with that Hennessy, that's a fact. My game cold below freezing point, baby. Gonna need to wear fur for conversations with me. One spray, two sprays, get away from me. YSL cologne, that be the scent that got her digging me. They all clowns, they all jokes, baby, that's their purpose. If Ringling Brothers out of service, cool, they the circus. Everyone that you encounter, G, is not real. Just like every bud you smoke, it's not that Cali kill. Everybody got runs stuffed inside their blunts. If that's the case, then where that Reggie at that pack a punch, stupid. Do you listen or you just skim through it? My anti-freeze frame some pics, I'm looking like some cooler. Flow like water, H2O fluid. I can show Bobby Boucher how to water whip to this music. Bet this, Jerome in the house pimping. I blew a box out, should get the benefits from limping. I write encryption with my vision, precision. Pen like a knife, a lyrical incision. Going back and forth, I maintain my sanity. Sip a few mimosas underneath a cool canopy. Mad at me? How can you be? Makes no sense. I love the fishbowl, but Sylvia could use tents. Nigga, chicken adobo with some apple juice. That shit a pocket, I ain't lying, fool, I'm convinced. They try to hold you back for getting one thing. What's meant for you was just for you, can't block my blessings. Feeling blessed while I'm wiping off my pinky rings. Peace shit, I move in the grand scheme of things. Nowadays I upgraded my life. I'm still the same stuff, I'm just improving my life. Yeah, I stated it twice. For the ones in the back, you gotta grow, cause if you don't, then you ain't doing shit right. I still put out that energy that most of y'all feel. So if y'all feel it 9 times out of 10, then it's real. Life's good, I can't complain. But if I did, who would listen? That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
Go to YouTube and type in Oh So Dope Live. Once you get to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Click a video and hit the like button. Salute. You gotta trust the process in order to rise. Girl, I see it from the front, thick thighs save lives. I know I'm on a quest, and that's word to my tribe. I'm just giving you my thoughts to make you wanna subscribe, baby. I'm oh so dope, baby. I'm oh so dope, baby. Oh, so dope, baby. Still rock bait, work the ego. Maybe one of these days I'll have a me have a son. You talking entirely too much, have a seed, ho. And you know my time is money, don't be cheap, ho. Late nights, early mornings, can't sleep, I got work to do. They alarmed at what I write, no need to hit the snooze. That broccoli looking brolic like Terry Crews. A cool cat in a hat, salute Dr. Seuss. I'm different, I'm lifted on a mission with precision, cause I'm gifted, motherfucker. What's it to you? It's all about my psyche, just do it like Nike. Strike like lightning, keep you cool. Originality, it always wins. Never had to follow styles, cause I am the trend. Sauce. You gotta trust the process in order to rise. Welcome to Oh So Dope Live. You gotta trust the process in order to rise. Girl, I see it from the front, thick thighs save lives. I know I'm on a quest, and that's word to my tribe. I'm just giving you my thoughts to make you wanna subscribe, baby. I'm oh so dope, baby. I'm oh so dope, baby. Oh, so dope, baby.